Look at this nice chunk of quartz right here. Hey guys, welcome to another trip video, I guess we could say. My plan is to do like a 5 or 6 part series with this. But we are starting off the day going up the 89 and 89A through Arizona. And that goes through the towns of Wickenburg and Prescott, and we'll eventually end up, we're going to camp somewhere near Jerome. My original plan was to make it to Flagstaff tonight. But it's going to be very cold, a lot of rain, and maybe a little bit of snow in Flagstaff tonight. So I think we're just going to go ahead and stay the night somewhere near Jerome. I apologize for the wind. The weather's actually going to be pretty crappy on this trip, and it's going to be really windy most of the time. So I'm going to try my best to not have it come through the mic, but you know, it is what it is. So as you just saw, I'm in a little place where there's a few mines. If you're going up the 89 towards a small town called Yarnell, pull over on the side of the highway. There's actually a few mines in a little area that you can explore, and I just showed you one of them, and there's a few more over here off to my left that we're gonna go ahead and check those out too. All right, here we go, mine number 2. So with as much quartz as I'm seeing laying around up on the hill and around this area, my guess is that these were probably gold and or silver mines. Apologize if you can't see much, but I will brighten it up a little bit. Stay out, stay alive. Curious how far those go in. We're not going to be doing any internal exploring today. I've seen these a few times when I drove past here, so I just wanted to check them out. Here we are, entrance number 4. Somebody actually pulled the gate down. You can kind of see the vein up in here, I think, that they were following. All these bushes around, keeping an eye out for snakes. Kind of a look in there. I'll brighten it up. I can see a stole in there actually. Oh, nice. Oh, there's actually a couple entrances here. Smaller one here on the left. This one's got some nice woodwork in it. It's a smaller one. All right, I'm gonna go up here and check up around the corner. That might be all of them, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing over here that I didn't see from the highway. There is actually another one right here. This one being looking kind of sketchy. All right, just looking around the corner here, doesn't look like there is anything else, so we'll start heading back to the vehicle, and here's the view from this point. Only bad thing about going down there is you get like that dry grass that has like the little pokey things on them, and then depending on the shoes that you're wearing, they end up all in your shoes and poking the top of your feet. So I'm gonna grab some Gorilla Tape and see if I can just put some tape over it and pull them all out. All right, mostly a success. The tape helped a little bit, but I ended up having to pull the rest out with my fingers, but whatever. All right, we have aired down, and we're gonna hit this trail right here in front of us. It goes down to a mine, so we're just gonna check it out and see what's down there. This was originally where I was gonna camp tonight, or last night, sorry, but since our trip got pushed a day, I had a full day to get up to this area, so I decided to choose a campsite that was further down the road. So that's what we'll get to later, but for now we're just gonna check out this trail. All right, we made it down here. They're supposed to be over here on the hillside. Okay, they're kind of far up. I don't know if I want to climb up to them or not. There's a couple mined areas up here. I don't know if they are, tunnels or if it's just an area that they dug out. It's hard to tell from Google Earth. It's a nice concrete slab here, and what I didn't see from Google Earth is this. There is, or was, now there is a shaft right here, which is completely flooded. The water is all the way to the top. So that's kind of crazy. They've got a little dugout area right here, and I thought that, so I was originally going to camp here tonight, or last night, sorry. I already told you what was going to happen, but I was going to camp here last night, and I was hoping that I could camp underneath the big cottonwood tree, but the way I'm looking at this, there's kind of a little road to get down there, but it doesn't look like anybody uses it, so I highly doubt there's anywhere to actually camp down there. And the dugout areas are like up in here, and that's really steep, so I don't know if I can get to it. We'll walk up here a little bit and see maybe if there's kind of a little road that goes across. But I'm gonna look over here real quick and just see where the trail keeps going. It does say on Gaia that it keeps going, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be any rougher past the point of where I was going to stop. So let's go take a look at it. Well, it definitely keeps going, but I don't know, this is mainly what I was going to look at, was the mine here. I didn't really see anything on Google Earth down further, so probably nothing down that way worth looking at anyway. So we'll probably end up just turning around right here and going back up, but let's see if we can find a way up to those other mines up at the top there. All right, I thought maybe this cut right here I'd be able to walk across and get to it, but if you can see it, it's way up here and there's all this thick brush in between me and it. So I think we're gonna skip on that one. I'd throw the drone in the air, but it's a little windy and I don't feel like getting it out just for a couple little areas that they just dug out. So I'm gonna get some photo pictures of some stuff around here, and then we will turn around and head back up the trail. Ended up getting myself a gently used Canon T4i, and so far it's been great. I'm not sure what the pictures are going to be like once I get them uploaded to a computer, but it's nice to have a good camera instead of just using my cell phone. I'd like to have something that is a little bit, I mean, obviously cell phones are good quality these days, but it's just nice to have like a regular camera, you know what I mean? So I've got a couple other lenses that go with it. One's a wide angle lens and the other one's a like a telephoto lens. And that should be plenty for me, at least for now, while I'm still learning. I mean, this is the best like picture camera that I've had in a very long time, and so it's gonna take me a little bit to learn how to use it. But yeah, we are gonna go ahead and head back up the trail. All right, we are back at the highway. We're gonna take a right here, and about a half mile up, there's another trail that we're gonna take, and that's gonna loop us back towards the west side of Prescott and come in kind of on the west side of Prescott. And I'm gonna do a full trail feature on that, which will be in a separate video. But I will throw a few clips in here. So let's head on down there. So we just did Copper Creek Road, and we are getting on Copper Basin, and this is going to loop around and come into the west side of Prescott. So Copper Basin seems to be a mostly maintained, I wouldn't call it like super maintained, but easily done in two-wheel drive, no worries here. All right, officially back on pavement. I'm gonna go down this road just a little ways and try and find somewhere to pull over and air up, and then we'll head on through the town of Prescott. All right, we are aired up to 38 PSI and heading through Prescott. We're gonna get more towards like Prescott Valley area and stop and fill up the tank, and then we're gonna head towards Jerome, and where we will be camping for the night. Well, I didn't know that was going on, but looks like we've got a small detour to take because they've got some event going on downtown. All right, well, I wanted to see if I could find a campsite on this trail, but the only real good spot is occupied. So I'm gonna go back to the highway and go back up, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile, if that, and go to the Wood Chute Trail because I know there's some good campsites in there, and we will try that. There's like an old cabin or something right here behind this tree. Let's see if we can get around the corner. Here we are. Maybe an old mining cabin or something. All right, we are on Wood Chute now, and the spot closest to the road had a tent in it, but I didn't see any cars around, so we are gonna try a little bit further back here, because I think I remember that there is a nice spot up here on the right. I don't want to go too far away from the highway, so. All right, I found one here on the right, but it is not level in the slightest. So I think what I'm gonna do is go back to the highway. We're gonna go through Jerome and then try to go a little bit north of Jerome on the Jerome to Perkinsville Trail, which is where I was gonna be tomorrow morning anyway. And we'll try that and see if we can find anything out there. we've got a little bit of time. It's only 4:20, so probably a couple hours to sunset. There's no reason why we couldn't just try to get a little further down the road, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, I found something. It's not super gray, it's not super level. There are cow patties everywhere, but it's getting kind of late and it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I figure we might as well stop. And found this kind of off the main Jerome to Perkinsville trail. You can kind of see it up there. That's the main road. So I came down and around this hill and found this little spur right here that we can park for the night. So that's actually pretty good because it gives me a little bit of a head start for the next day. Tomorrow we are going to a place called Alstrom Point, which is north of Page. You go across lake, like the dam where Lake Powell is, and there's a trail that goes out and around, and there's a bunch of really nice camp spots right on the north part of Lake Powell. So that's where we are headed tomorrow. So I'm gonna kind of get set up a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna do a propane fire pit tonight because I realized before I got to Prescott that I forgot my folding chair. So we're gonna have to stop somewhere and buy a folding chair at some point. All right, got our little stove going here. Got some buttered bread going here and some cheese. Gonna do a little grilled cheese, I think, for dinner, and maybe some potato salad that's still in the fridge. I'll grab that here in a moment. But yeah, pretty easy dinner for tonight. I also have this little just like small propane cooker that I can use to like boil water and stuff, and I'll use that for doing like ramen and soups and boiling water for like hot chocolate, stuff like that. But yeah, just out here by myself tonight doing a little something. And my brother's actually going to join me not tomorrow but Monday morning. He has some family pictures on Sunday, unfortunately, that he can't get out of. And so he's going to leave after the family pictures and try to make it to Flagstaff, camp in Flagstaff on Saturday night, or Sunday night, sorry. And then on Monday morning, he's going to meet me just north of Page. So, and then the rest of the trip, it'll be the two of us. So I'm going to go ahead and make my grilled cheese here. Grilled cheese. And we'll get with you afterwards. Grilled cheese going. It's taking a little bit because the flame is actually kind of being blown from the wind from behind here, so. Grilled cheese is pretty good. Oh, can't forget the beer either. Although I thought they were a twist off, and they're actually like a regular pop off top. And I don't have a bottle opener with me, but I was able to just stick it in one of these things and pop it right open. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat and then just get situated, maybe do a little exploring. I did see that there's like a cross over here somewhere. I want to see what the cross is for. Relax for the night, and we will probably see you guys in the morning. I've literally been sitting in the Pathfinder just sheltering from the wind since I got out to this camp spot.